morning, welcome back to another video. This is day 2 of cast-ons, and this one is a cast-on for real because this is knitting that I am casting on today. So there is a garment that I saw someone here on YouTube making last year. Now I don't think they've finished it yet, but they'd started doing it, and I was quite intrigued when they were describing it about the construction of it. So I went and found the pattern on Ravelry, and I found the construction really interesting, and I was like, I want to make this because, you know, it's not unlike anything that I'd seen other knitted garments in, and it's not unlike I'd ever seen anything like in the shops either. So I was like, oh, that's really cool, that. So what it is there's you work the bottom in squares. It's a free pattern, so I'm not going to be giving much away here, but it's called the down to the stream. I keep saying down the stream, no, down to the stream. That's what it's called. I'll link it down below in the description box. But basically it's made of squares that are done on the diagonal on the bottom, and then on the top it's not sure whether it's knitted round or flat. I've not like sort of looked that far into the pattern, but because I'd seen someone working on it, which was Denise of Dear Designs, I will link her down in the description box below, so please go and check her out. She's absolutely fabulous. But yeah, because I'd seen Denise working on the squares, so I knew that how that bit was done. So yeah, I knew it was made with the squares down in the bottom. So I was like, that is actually really cool, really like it. And you have a main colour and a contrast colour. Now, the contrast is the squares that go in the diagonal on the bottom. Now, I didn't want to use a solid yarn for that bit on the bottom because I thought you really wouldn't be able to tell that it was on the diagonal that well. So I decided to, with a bit of Christmas money, get some yarn. So this is my first time actually trying Yarn Smiths, but this is Yarn Smiths. It's called Full of Beans DK, and on the top here you'll get a good look at the colours. So you've got pale pink, dark pink, this like denimy blue, this lovely pale green, and then a pale yellow. Now, I don't know how big the stripes are going to come out on the diagonal, so a bit concerned. We could have a square with just like 2 colours in, but we'll see what we get. So I should have ordered 4 of these, but for some reason I accidentally clicked 5. I think it's because the other thing that I was buying, I needed 5 of them, so I think that's where I've got confused. Yeah, but this is 100 grams, 100% acrylic, and it's DK weight yarn. This one, the shade is 1H009. Doesn't actually say on the ball band the colour name, but I do know the colour is Jelly. So I'm going to try and work on, let's say, I thought that'd be quite good one to work on today, because I'm hoping the square should not be that intensive to learn. Sorry, I'm looking over the dog, seeing what he's doing. Shouldn't be that intensive to learn, and I am babysitting today, so that's why I thought, you know what, I'll give this a go. So yeah, that's what I'm doing, but I do need a bit of help off you. So I don't know what colour to do the main bit of the jumper, so I'll hopefully have put a photo in somewhere of the pattern. Actually later I'll get my iPad and show you the pattern, get a photo of it up. But yeah, I don't know what colour should be the main one. I'm thinking of maybe a pink to sort of match that one, or maybe a green. I don't want to do anything that's going to be matching to either the dark pink or the dark blue, because I don't want it to be too dark, with this being the main body of it. So I don't know whether to do like either the pink or the green from this, like the pale ones, whether to do a completely different colour. I was questioning, you know, maybe a pale blue, something like that, or whether just to do like a neutral, like a grey. I'm thinking beige, but then I'm thinking I've got to be really careful with beige, because I don't I want to make sure there's enough contrast where it's not going to look like it's potentially skin. So we'll see. Yeah, I don't know. I'm a bit fussy with beiges. I have to be really picky on them. So I think if I was going to do neutral, it'd be a greyish or a cream. Cream I think would be nice. But yeah, I'll show you the photo of the later on in the video when I come back at the end of the day to see what I've got up to. But yeah, we'll see how I get on. So it is getting late now. I am about to head off to bed. It's gone 11 o'clock, so I'm gonna go up to bed. I'm not gonna read or anything or craft in bed. Just gonna go straight off to sleep because I do have to be up early tomorrow morning because I have a driving lesson at 9:30. So gonna be up bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, ready to go. Yeah, so yeah, ready to go. But this is what I've managed to get done. When I started working on the square that's on the bottom of this pattern, I thought this is going to take me no time, because when you've only got about 15 to 20 stitches on the needle at the time, you're zipping through your rows like that. But I forgot, as the square gets bigger, it takes you longer to get through. So yeah, but I've managed to get a lot of the square done. I'm on the decreasing. So started off down here with the pale pink. We went into the bright pink. Then we have the dark blue, the light green, the light yellow. Once again, back down, repeating the bright pink. Now, I know this may bother some people that the stripes on the bottom are longer and thicker than the stripes in the middle. That doesn't bother me. The thing I'm made up about is I'm getting well over one repeat of the colours. You know, I'm getting like 1.5 repeats of these colours, which means that I know that, say, once I finished this ball of yarn and I go straight onto that second, once I finish this square and I go straight onto the second with this ball of yarn, I know it is not going to be the exact same colour sequence, and I'm going to get that bit of variety, and I really love that, because, you know, that's why I've chosen self-striping yarn. I wanted that little bit of variation, and as I said, I wanted you to be able to tell on the bottom that I am knitting in the diagonal. So when I'd been looking for yarns for this, I was thinking either like a tonal or self-striping or variegated, something like that. So I'm glad I've gone for this. I'm really liking how it is coming up, and this has been just a dream to knit on. It has been really lovely. I will say with this ball of yarn, I don't know whether it's the way it's spun, but like each colour, they just fall off the ball really easily, and I end up having to wrap it around because they're just falling off. I don't know why, but I think it's because they're grouped together and then pulled in. Like, that's a big group there. I don't know, it's the way it's wound. It is a bit awkward like that, and I'm not gonna wind it up into a ball, wind it up on my skein winder, just because when you start putting 100 grams on, it does get a bit finicky near the end. So yeah, I'm gonna just leave it, and when I have to, just ball it up like that. It's no problem. But yeah, that is what we've got so far for day 2 of 12 days cast-ons. Now, as I said, I'm going to show you a photo of what the finished item looks like. So this is on the Biscotti Yarns website, so you can get a good view of what it looks like. So there's a photo there, and that shows you really how it is. So that bottom, the diagonal, that's where I'm working at the moment. So I sort of want to pick a colour for that top, that main colour there. Let's see. That photo there shows really well how it's done. But yeah, that main body of the jumper, that's what I want to pick a colour for. So if you have any ideas on what you think would be a good colour for that top bit there, then please let me know down in the comments below, because as I said, I've got to do quite a few squares before I get started on that main bit of the blanket itself. So yeah, if I don't have anything, if you give me a suggestion, I don't have anything in stash, it gives me time to, I've got plenty of time to be able to go and get stuff and things like that. Hoping to try and use what I've got in stash, but it's whether, I don't think whatever colour I pick I've got enough. I think I've got pale grey enough for that, or maybe white, but anything else than that, I think, I don't know whether I'd have enough balls for it, because I think you need like 4 balls of it. The good thing is it's one size, so it's no like trying to figure out how many here and how many there. And although it is one size, I was a bit worried. I thought I'm gonna have to just size it up somehow, and when I looked at the instructions and the construction of it, I thought that's gonna be quite easy for me to size up, and that because it's supposed to be a bit oversized. So I measured what the actual measurement should have, what the measurement of the garment was, and I then measured me, and I am just a bit under it. It is not going to be as oversized as what it looks like on the models, because you know they are skinnier than me, but that's fine. Hoping to lose a bit of weight this year, but it depends on what goes on with gastro. A lot of my weight issues now at the moment are down to my gastro issues causing me a lot of issue, because you know it affects what I can eat, what I can't eat, when I can eat, when I can't eat, and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, anyway, get away from that. But yeah, so it should still fit. And then I did measure how much this square needed to be once I'd done the full length, and it is a tad bigger, so it should be okay. And I think it's going to be one that's going to be quite easy to sort of try on as well as I'm working on it. Anyway, going off on a tangent here, which you probably don't want to hear, but yeah, that's what I've got ready for day 2 of my 12 days of cast on. So yeah, again, please let me know what you think down the comments below, and what colour you think I should go with it. As I said, don't want anything too dark, but other than that, give me your suggestions. I'd love to hear them. Yeah, and I hope you're all staying well, taking care, and I will see you all in 2 days' time for the next one for day 3. Take care. Bye.